Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share how to write and publish a book. Yes, what are the 5 steps to write and publish a great book? Yeah. How many of you are excited to learn about this? Type in the chat box if you're excited to learn how to write and publish a great book. Okay. So, little bit about me. I am Shweta and I've published 11 books so far. I am on my 12th book and I'm India's leading book coach. I've also got awarded as India's best book coach just last month by Global Fame Awards. So, and I coach people. So, I've coached more than 2,700 people on writing and getting published and marketing their book, selling their book. How do you become a bestseller? So today's session is 5 easy steps to write and get published. Okay. So how do you do that? So let me start. Okay. First thing is obviously, why do you want to write a book? Okay. So before I jump into the 5 steps on how to write a great book, the thing is that books are very powerful and you need to have a strong reason. Now, if you're telling me that everyone is writing a book and that is why I'm going to write a book, not a good reason. So you need to have a clear reason of why you want to write a book, because then that reason will help you actually cross the finish line, actually write and get published. Okay, that's the reason. Start with your why first. So let's begin. What are the 5 steps? Say for example, you have a final book idea. Okay. And then now you come to me and what are the steps I'm going to tell you to write and get published. So the first step I tell everyone, do you know why 70% authors don't make money or are not able to make money from their books? So type in the chat box if you are the one of those people who have got published but you have no idea how to make money. Okay. So I teach this in my 5-day workshop. The first thing that you need to do before you go ahead and write that book is to understand the market, whether there is a demand for this book or not, whether people are ready to pay for this book or not. Okay? If there's no demand, or if there's demand but people are not ready to pay, a lot of free stuff already available, why is anyone going to buy your book? Okay? So that's the first thing, market validation. You need to do that. So that's a part of the bigger stuff that I take in my 5-day workshop, is how to launch your book within 30 minutes without writing a single word. So how do you validate your market without writing a single word? Okay, but that's what you need to do. Okay, first thing, market validation by what? By launching your book and pre-selling your book. So I sold over 100 copies of this book just by pre-launching it, pre-selling it. So that was like 30,000 in a day's time. Yes, that's how you can do. What is the max people have earned? So when people join my workshop, and what is the max someone has earned? Yeah, not spent. Earned is 1.5 lakhs, where they were able to pre-sell their books before actually going ahead and writing it out. That's the first step. Launch your book, pre-sell it before writing it, so that you know that market exists. What if you're not able to sell? That means there's no market for it. Don't write it. Okay. What is the point of writing a book where it's not going to make any sales? Okay. That's the first thing. Second thing is, you should know the system of writing a book fast. Yes. Okay. So how do you write a book fast? Because we are all changing every day. How many of you agree that you are today, whatever you are today, you were a different person 1 year back and a different person 2 years back, and you had a different vocabulary 5 years back, and today you speak differently, and the knowledge that you have today and the knowledge that you had 2 years back are different? That's the reason you shouldn't be taking a very long time. So you should know the proven system to write a book fast. How fast? Like 5 days. So I have written my books in flat like 5 days, few hours. This is what I take on day 2 of my workshop. How to write your book fast in 3 easy steps. Okay. So that's the scientifically proven model that I take up in that workshop. Okay. So you would say, kya hai ye science? Okay. What is that scientific model? So the point is that you need to finish writing your stuff, okay, before a particular time limit. Plus the planning is very, very important. Okay. So you need to do a very strong foundation before you set out to write your book. That's step 2. Okay, that's the second secret of highly successful authors, that they write their book within a deadline. Okay, and they have a system, they know a system to follow, and they follow that system. That's the second step. The third step, very crucial, is to understand your readers. Who are your readers? Okay, so if you know the pulse of your reader, okay, I call this the reader psychology. Understand your readers so that when they read your book, they would feel like, oh, this book is for me. How come the reader knows so much about me? Okay, and they start loving you. That's what is the most trusted author model is all about. You need to understand your readers. What do they want? What is their desire? What are their fears? Okay, so that's what we take up on day 3. Understand your readers, understand the psychology, and turn them into your fans, raving fans. So go from chasing readers to attracting readers by day 3. That's what you need to learn when you start writing. Before that, you need to learn the reader psychology. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, then the fourth thing that you need to learn when you want to write and get published is easy way, cost-effective way to edit your book. Do you know how much editors charge for editing? What is the professional editor's fee? Anywhere, so in India, anywhere from 50 paisa to over 1.5 rupee, 2 rupees per word. Yes, so that's like if you have written 20,000 words book, a draft, you will be easily shelling out 20 to 25,000 rupees to get your book edited. That's the least. Okay, so totally depends. It is going to vary based on whom are you contacting. Okay, if you are contacting an intern, an inexperienced person who has no idea about editing, then that person might charge you like 2,000, 3,000 rupees to edit your book, which will be a shoddy work. But if you are contacting a person who's done amazing job at editing, they're going to charge you 20 to 25,000 rupees. Yeah, but then I can teach you to avoid all that cost by getting hold of some tools. Okay, so that's what I take up on day 4 of my 5-day workshop, where I'm going to share crazy tools, free tools, where you get hold of them and you save 20 to 25,000 rupees that you would have to pay to an editor, or shoddy work के लिए चलो 2-4 हज़ार रुपए भी, that also you can save by making use of tools. Now we live in a technology space. Okay, so it's doable by yourself. So you can use those tools and edit your work. The next step, the final step, is of course publishing. But I'm not asking you to go to a traditional publisher or a vanity publisher. Now you would say, Shweta, ya traditional or vanity kya hai? Okay, there are several types of publishers. But I'm going to tell you is, if any publisher is asking you to pay to publish, you know what you need to do is just run from there, because books are your babies. Okay, it's your business. You have put in lot of hard work. You are going to put in hard work, time, money, everything into writing, and I don't recommend that. So then what do? So I take the steps to publish your book, right from creation, so right from launching till publishing. What are the different steps? Mota I'm going to tell. Okay, so what are the steps in actually going ahead and publishing your book is getting your cover ready. Before that, before cover aata hai title. So you need to know the title hacks. So see, what is the first hook of your book? Okay, first hook kya hai? Okay. What is a hook? How many of you know fishing? Fishing ke liye hook lagta hai. Okay, so you have a hook, you put in a bait, and then you put it in the water, and that's a hook. Okay, so what do you mean by that? Hook of a book is something that will entice a reader, a passerby to actually buy your book. That's a hook. Okay, that will grab attention. So your title and the cover are the first hooks of your book. So you need to know that, and you need to know the rules of titling, because even if you've written a great book but a bad title, your book is not going to sell. So I take up those title hacks as well in the workshop. So Yes, starting with the titling, writing the book, getting the cover design, getting ISBN, getting putting it for copyright, then going ahead and having your marketing team ready, and then publishing it out. This is what at the least you need to do to publish. And you don't need to pay to any publisher to publish your book. Okay, that's why I'm taking these sessions for free. So if you are interested to learn all these 5 steps in detail, then you can go and click on the link in my bio and attend my 5-day workshop. And of course, watch the recordings multiple times, because each session is over a hour or more than an hour long. And you would say, kitna time laga hoga ye workshop ka content banane mein? So I've been in this space for more than 4 years now. So I started from 2016. And you can say 5 years of my knowledge condensed into these 5-day, into this 5-day workshop. I would say highly recommend. Go ahead and with that workshop, you get a lot of bonuses. Like I'm also going to send a copy of this book right to your place. So a hard copy, yes, like this. You'll be getting a copy also as a bonus. It's a free thing that if you sign up for my workshop, I'm going to send you this bonus as well, and a lot of other bonuses. If you click, you will get what all bonuses are there. Now I'm going to take some questions. If you have any questions, type in the chat box if you have any questions. And thank you for joining in to the live session. Okay? So let's see. Hi, Chris. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you, Chrysalis. So let me know if you have any questions. And I'm going to answer your questions. No questions? I am surprised. Thank you, Pragya. Thank you. Thank you, Purvi. So tell me if you have any questions. Are you going to write and get published this year? Let's make 2022 rocking by just writing one book at least. How many books I'm going to write? At least 3. At least 3. So Chrysalis, yes, I do help in editing. You can email me a sample and the total word count, and then I'll give you a quote based on the quality of your work and the work involved. We will be giving you an editing quote. So Aman, the length of the book is always varying. So minimum according to Amazon. Okay, so you can, today we are in a world where you can publish a book, not a book, it's called a short, which is like 2,500 to 3,000 words. Yes, that's the minimum. So otherwise, for a beginner, and if you want a paperback as well, to be printed, then I recommended at least 15 to 20,000 words. Okay, so you get a good, considerable book. Otherwise, the book idea actually decides the length of the book. Okay, you cannot just decide ki I'm going to write this. What does the idea demand? And then accordingly you decide the length of the book. It will vary from idea to idea. So Pragya, if you join my workshop and learn the system, to write, it can just take 2 to 3 days. That's it. Okay. So if you know the system, you can get published within 30 days. Anyone else has any question? Let me know and I'll be happy to answer your question. Okay, people, type in your questions. So Richie, I just said, okay, there's no limit. There's no limit. At the minimum, 3,000 word count hona chahiye. Okay, minimum is 3,000 words, and you can have illustrations into it. So yeah, I think probably that should answer your question. So Pragya's question is, would we have to write our book in diary or in laptop? Because I don't know how to operate computer properly. So Pragya, it's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable. So I have had students who wrote their book on mobile. Okay, so it's up to you. You can write on a laptop, or you can write in a notepad, or you can write in a mobile, wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, so it's about that. Vedic, Manohar, I want to write a book and publish. What are the minimum criteria? So Manohar, there's no minimum criteria. Okay, All you need to have a good idea. Then you start with, of course, validating the market, and then follow the 5 steps that I just discussed. You can watch the recording, and that's what you need to do to write and get published. So Rashmi, like you are interacting with me, you'll be able to interact with me on 2 days. We have 2 live sessions, day 1 and day 5. So you'll be able to interact with me, okay, on those 2 days. And of course, you can post your questions in the WhatsApp group as well. Yeah. What's the science behind writing? What tools you use for writing? So Syed Abdullah, I revealed that on day 2 of my 5-day workshop. What is the science behind the 3 steps to writing fast? Now you would wonder, how can writers go on retreat 2 days, 3 days and book complete and come back? Okay, how do they do that? I cover that on day 2. Okay, and tools I also cover in the workshop. What all tools you can use to actually write and get published. Okay. What are marketing techniques to Siddhida? It's again not out, it's not related to today's session, so you can ask me later on. But yeah, I'm not going to cover that right now. Okay, anything else, people? Thank you, Akash. Thank you. So Pragya, it's not true. Okay. So see, I have heard this question a lot of time. People always doubt their knowledge. You know why? Okay. So say there is a ladder. Okay. Someone is at ladder, step 5. Someone is at step 2. Someone is at step 0, and someone is at step 11 or the top. Okay. Now, someone who is at 5 always feels that I'm not good enough to write a book. But someone who is at step 0 sees 5 as the inspiration. Okay. Are you understanding that you don't really need to be perfect, like at the top, to actually write a book? What you need to be is better than a lot of other people. Okay. So you should have that kind of knowledge. At least you're better than a lot of beginners. Then you can definitely write a book. And for writing fiction, you don't really need to have expert knowledge. Fiction can be written by anyone. Okay. Yes, I'm from India. So Nikhil, no, I cannot publish it, but I can definitely teach you how you can self-publish. So the thing is, my mission is to empower people to self-publish their books. So Nikhil, I would be happy to help you write and get published. So yeah, how do you ensure that your creativity doesn't hit a plateau? Write more, read more. That's the easiest thing to do. Okay. Boy, the question is, how much does it cost to publish a book? Now, can I surprise you here? If someone asks you to pay to publish a book, what do you need to do? You need to just run from there, because it costs 0 to publish a book. Okay. Okay, anyone else has a question? Let me know. Any question, people? Or we wrap up. Okay. I hope that you found this session super useful. Please go ahead, share this session with your friends, family members, share it on your story or share it on your profile timeline so that it can reach a lot of people. Thank you once again, and do join my 5-day workshop so that I can help you to write and get published at least cost possible. So yeah, see you there. Thank you once again, and God bless you. Bye-bye.